2 days after the party, campus life looked normal again, but everyone was still whispering. Cole Matthews hadn't spoken since that night, and Ethan had gone back to his quiet routine as if nothing had happened. Ryan, however, knew better. He watched his friend across the breakfast table. Ethan's hands were steady, his face calm, but his eyes carried that glassy focus that appeared only when he was angry. Ryan said quietly, "You sure you're fine?" Ethan's fork didn't pause. "I'm fine." "Liar," Ryan muttered. By afternoon, Cole found his moment. He waited until the courtyard was full, the sun low enough to cast long shadows. Ethan walked past, heading to the library. "Hey, hero," Cole called. Ethan stopped. Cole grinned. "Next time you play Saint, maybe check your facts. You think you can embarrass me in front of half the college and walk away?" Ethan sighed. "You already did the embarrassing part yourself." Laughter rippled through the crowd. Cole's jaw tightened. He grabbed Ethan's collar. "Say that again." Ryan appeared instantly. "Back off, Cole." But Cole shoved him aside. "Stay out of this, rich boy." Ethan's eyes dropped to the hand on his shirt. For a second, he said nothing, just breathed once, slow and measured. Then his voice came, low and clear. "Let go." Cole pushed harder. That was it. Before anyone could blink, Ethan moved. A simple twist, a pivot of the wrist. Cole's grip broke. Next second, Ethan's arm caught his shoulder, guiding the bigger boy down with controlled force. No wild punches, no shouting, just precision. Cole hit the ground, breath knocked out of him. Ethan stepped back, posture straight, calm returning like a tide. "You wanted me to say it again?" he said quietly. "There you go." The crowd froze. Ryan stared, mouth half open. Sophie, standing at the edge, felt something strange in her chest. Fear and admiration tangled together. Ethan turned, saw her watching, and for a heartbeat, everything around them blurred. Then he walked away, leaving silence behind him. The dean called Ethan to the office that evening. Cole had already spun the story his way, but several witnesses stepped in, students who'd seen the whole thing. Ethan received only a warning. Outside the office, Sophie waited. "Hey," she said softly, "are you okay?" "I'm fine." "That's what you always say." He looked at her, expression unreadable. "Because it's usually true." She touched his arm. "You didn't have to do that. You could have just walked away." "I did walk away." He followed. Sophie smiled faintly. "You really don't like showing who you are, do you?" "Depends who's looking." Her hand lingered. Then she stepped back. "Well, now everyone's seen a glimpse." Ethan's gaze softened for a moment. And I think they'll stop mocking you." Ethan shook his head. "They'll just find new reasons." That night, back in the dorm, Ryan slammed the door. "You could have told me you knew how to fight like that." Ethan looked up from his notebook. "It's not something I advertise." "Bro, you flipped Cole like he was a rag doll. The whole campus is terrified and impressed." Ethan sighed. "It wasn't about showing off." "I know," Ryan said, calming a little. "But you scared people, man. Even me." Ethan's lips curved slightly. "Good. Maybe now they'll leave us alone." Ryan looked at him for a long moment, then said quietly, "You ever gonna tell me where you learned that?" Ethan hesitated, then simply said, "Home." Ryan nodded, understanding it wasn't the time to push further. That same night, Sophie sat by her window, replaying the scene again and again. The way Ethan had moved, silent, exact, protective. It wasn't violence, it was control. Something about it made her curious, but also uneasy. Her phone buzzed. A text from Cole. "You're still on his side?" She typed back. "I'm not on anyone's side." But she knew that wasn't true. Next morning in the library, Ethan found someone waiting at his usual table. Elena smiled. Big day yesterday. He blinked. You heard? Everyone did. You okay? I'm used to attention I don't want. She tilted her head. You could have really hurt him, but you didn't. Ethan's eyes met hers. Hurting people isn't strength. That's what makes you different, she said quietly. For the first time, he smiled without hiding it. Something eased between them. A beginning, fragile but real.